Children, in our daily life we use large number of edible substances like tamarind, lemon, sugar, salt, etc. Now, do they have same taste? No, they have different taste. For example, if you talk about sugar, what is the taste of sugar? Sweet. What about the salt? It will be obviously salty. And whereas in the case of tamarind, what will be the taste? It will be sour taste. Now let us do an activity where you need to list out the food items what you are going to eat every day and write down the taste of the food items. What is the taste you will be finding? Now if you talk about the different food items which have been listed here, here if you see that lemon juice, what will be going to see the taste? It will be obviously sour taste as we discussed just now. And whereas in the case of orange juice, sometimes you'll feel sour as well as sweet in taste. Whereas in the case of curd, it will be sour as well as tamarind also. Now if you talk about the sugar, obviously it is sweet, and whereas in the case of salt, it is an salty taste. Now children, what will be the taste of amla and baking soda and grapes? Very good, they are in bitter in taste. If you talk about cucumber also, they are in bitter in taste. Do all the food items which we eat taste the same? No. As we come to know that some substances taste sour, some taste bitter, and some taste sweet and salty. Children, why do different food items have different in taste? Can you guess? Because food contains chemicals that give it taste. Do you know what are the chemicals present in the food that gives the different taste? They are nothing but acids, bases. If we talk about the lemon juice and some water, what is the taste of lemon juice, children? It will be sour in taste, right? And soap is in bitter in taste. Do you know why the lemon juice is sour in taste? Can you guess why it is in sour? What about in the soap water it is in bitter taste? Because here lemon juice contains an acids, whereas in the case of soap water contains base. In this module you are going to learn in detail about acid, bases and salts. As we come to know from the last activity that the curd, lemon juice, orange juice, vinegar taste is in sour. Do you know why they are in sour in taste? Here they are in sour in taste because they contains acids. The word acids come from the Latin word acidus, which means sour. Do all the acids are in sour in taste? Yes, all the acids are in sour in taste. But the intensity of sourness varies in different acids. But overall we can say that acids are nothing but which are in sour in taste, that is sour in taste. You got it clear? What are acid, childrens? Acids are nothing but which tastes in sour. They are classified into three groups. They are organic acids, mineral acids and concentrated or dilute acids. What are those, children? That is nothing but organic acids, mineral acids and concentrated or dilute acid. First we'll talk about in detail about organic acid. Children, when we say organic, what do you mean it? Yes, it means something natural. So here organic acids are nothing but they are natural acids. Why they are considering as natural acid? Because they are obtained from either from the plants or animals. That is, they are found in plants and animals. As they are obtained or found from the plants or animals, they are called natural acids and they are considered to be an weak acids also. Let us talk about in detail about different types of organic acids and their sources. First we'll talk about the different types of fruits. If you see here, apple, what does it contains here? What type of acid it contains? It contains a malic acids. When you talk about the orange as well as even in the lemon, what type of acids it contains? It contains citric acids, that is It is present in both and lemon as well as orange, which makes it sour in taste. When you'll talk about the vinegar, right, it contains acetic acids. Now we come to know that here the vinegar contains what type of acid, children? It contains acetic acids. Now children, if you'll see, sometimes the curd also will feel sour in taste. Why? Because the curd as well as sour milk contains lactic acids. Nutrition in animals, we have studied that stomach contains gastric juices. It releases gastric juices. What does it contains? Hydrochloric acids, which helps to make the food acidic mediums and helps in the digestion process. So here we come to know that even the gastric juice contains an hydrochloric acid also. Here when we eat the tamarind as well as grapes, we feel sour in taste. Do you know what type of acid it contains? Yes, it contains tartaric acid. Both in the case of tamarind as well as when you talk about the grapes, both they have tartaric acids. We come to know that clearly that grapes and tamarind contain tartaric acid. Children, do you know we like to prefer to drink tea? Sometimes we will feel coolness, we like to drink tea. Even your parents like to drink tea. Do you know what type of acid it contains? Even in the case of teas also there is a presence of tannic acids. In case of soda water, it contains carbonic acids. When we talk about the soft drinks like Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up, Pepsi, we taste it in sour in taste. Do you know why? Because even in the soft drinks there is a presence of phosphoric acid which makes the taste sour. So we can say clearly that even in the soft drinks there is a presence of acid known as phosphoric acid which makes the taste in sour. And as well as honeybees, bee stings. Here if they bite us, what will happen to us? We'll feel pain. Do you know why? Because in both the case, that is in the bee sting as well as in the ant, contains formic acid which make us to feel the sensation of pain. And rather than that, even in the case of meat, there is a presence of amino acids. Whereas in the case of banana, and we like to eat chocolates many times, right? Do you know what type of acids contains? They contains oxalic acid. Both, not only in banana as well as in the onion, even in the chocolates, they contains what type of acid? In the three cases we'll find there is a presence of oxalic acids. Got it clear, children? In case of banana, onions as well as chocolate contains what type of acid? That is oxalic acid. When you talk about the fats, do you know the fat also contains an acids, that is a stearic acid. Even in the case of cakes as well as biscuits, they too contains acids. Here children, when we are making the cakes and acids, they use an acids. Can you guess what type of acid is used? Here they use tartaric acid. In this case, the tartaric acid is mixed with the baking powder and used to make a cakes as well as biscuits. Now, not only that, if you talk about ketchups and pickles, they'll be stored for longer times. Do you know why? Because it contains acetic acids. So here we'll come to know that different types of food items contains different types of acids which are obtained from either from the plant source or animal source. So we clearly come to know that organic acids are nothing but they are obtained from they are found in the plants as well as animal source. They are natural acids, or also they are also called weak acids. Now let us talk about mineral acids. As the name indicates, what does it mean? Mineral acids are nothing but which are prepared from the minerals of the earth. They are called mineral acids and also known as laboratory acids. So children, what do you mean by here mineral acids? Mineral acids are nothing but the acids which are prepared from the minerals of the earth are called mineral acids. They are made by whom? By human beings. Is it natural? No, they are made by the human beings. It is also known as laboratory acids as well as strong acids. Why they are considered to be the strong acids? Because here they are very corrosive in nature. What is by corrosive in nature means if they are poured on in your hands, what will happen? It may burns your hands. So they are very dangerous. Can you give some of the examples of these acids? Most commonly used acids are sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid as well as nitric acid. So till now we have studied about clearly about acids. Here we have studied about organic acid and we have discussed about mineral acids. These acids are also divided into two groups based on their amount of water present in it. They are diluted acid as well as concentrated acid. What do you mean by diluted and concentrated? Here diluted means it contains large amount of water, while concentrated means it contains less amount of water. Similarly, dilute acid means the acidic solution which has large amount of water and a small quantity of acid is called dilute acid. When we will talk about concentrated acid, it is vice versa. That is the acidic solution which has small amount of water and large quantity of acid in it. It is called concentrated acid. Here concentrated acids can be diluted by dissolving it in a large quantity of a water. So got it clear, children? The classification of acids, they are classified into three groups. They are mineral acids, organic acid as well as concentrated or dilute acid. Now let us recall what we have learned till now. What is the taste of acids, children? Very good. They are in sour in taste. What are the types of acids? They are of three types. What are those? Organic, mineral as well as concentrated or diluted acids. Here what is in the dilute acids? Which contains large quantity of water and small quantity of acid in it. What about concentrated acid? That is nothing but they contain less quantity of water and large quantity of acids in it. We have learned about clearly about acids which are in sour in taste, but we had seen that some of the food items are in bitter in taste. For example, amla, baking soda, grapes as well as cucumber, etc. Do you know what type of chemicals are present in it? Yes, it contains bases. Here if you see clearly, they are in bitter in taste. It means that they does not contain an acids. Why they are in bitter in taste? Because they contains base, the chemical known as base. And we had discussed in the last that the soap water contains bases. Because of it, it is in bitter in taste. If you touch the soap water, how you will feel, children? You will feel slippery in touch. So here we can clearly say that the substance which are in bitter in taste and slippery in touch are known as bases, and the nature of the substance is to be said to be basic nature. Can you give some of the examples of bases? Very good. They are calcium hydroxide found in lime water, ammonium hydroxide found in window cleaner, that is in Collins. We'll use generally to clean our windows as well as for the furnitures as well as TVs, right? And we see the presence of sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide in the soap water as well as in the soaps also. We found magnesium hydroxide in the milk of magnesia, which is used as an antacids. So here we come to know clearly that bases are bitter in taste as well as they are slippery to touch. What do we call for those substances which are neither taste bitter nor sour? For example, if you take here sugar as well as salt, what do we call it them? They are called as neutral substances. Those substances which are neither acidic nor basic in nature are called neutral substances. Example, sugar, salt, distilled water, glucose are the examples of neutral substances. Children, in the last class we have learned about that food items can be identified as acids or bases based on the taste. But is it possible to taste all the food items? No, because some of the food items may be poisonous or harmful to us. Then how can we identify those substances which are very harmful or poisonous? whether they are acidic or not? How can we identify it without tasting them? There come right answers. We use special substances known as indicators. Indicators are the substances which are used to find out whether the substance is acidic or basic nature. So here, what is the use of this indicator? They are used to test whether the substance is acidic or basic without tasting it out. Let us learn about it clearly in detail. Do you know, children, how do the indicators works? The indicators works based on their changing their colors. They change the colors when added to the solutions containing acidic or basic substances. You will learn it clearly. They are classified into two types. What are those? Natural indicators and human made indicators. That is, natural means what? It is obtained from the nature. What are the examples of natural indicators? Turmeric, China rose, as well as litmus papers, even in the red cabbage juice also, etc. What about in the case of human made indicators? They are made by the human. What are the examples of these human made indicators? They are phenolphthalein, methyl orange, etc. Now let us talk about natural indicators. That is about first litmus. How the litmus is obtained from the nature. Let us first talk about the most commonly used natural indicator, that is a litmus papers. Do you know, children, where do we get this litmus solution? We get this litmus solution from the lichens. That is, it is extracted from the lichen plants, which is belongs to the division of Thylophyta. If you see the solution color, that is the color of this solution in distilled water is purple in color. This solution is called litmus solution. So here the distilled water is a neutral. So what do we come to know? In case of neutral substances, what is the color of this litmus solution? It is purple in color. Litmus is available in the form of a solution or in the form of a strip of papers, as you can see here. Here the color of this litmus paper is available in red and blue colors, as you can see over here. Here a litmus paper is used for what? It is used to test whether the solution is acidic or basic nature of a solution. How does it works? Let us see here. What will happen? Take acidic solution and dip a blue strip of a litmus paper. What you will see here, children? Very good. It will changes the color blue to red. That is indicating the presence of acid. Similarly, when we'll take red color litmus strips, what will happen in the case of acid? It will remain same red in color because it is an acid. So in order to test whether it is an acid, what color of strips we have to use, children? We need to use blue color litmus strips, which will indicate the presence of acid by changing the blue litmus to red. Whereas in the case of base, if you'll talk about the base, we have to use red color litmus paper. What will happen in this case? The color of red litmus paper will changes into blue in case of base solution. Now imagine, in place of red litmus paper, I had taken blue litmus paper. Can we able to identify the base solution? No, it is not possible, because in order to test whether it is a base, we have to use red litmus only. Then only it will changes into blue color. In case of base, we had seen the color change is always blue. If we'll be using blue litmus, it is not possible to identify the whether it is a solution is a basic or not. So in order to test whether it is a basic or not, what color of a strip we have to use, children? We need to use red litmus paper. Very good. Let us do an activity to understand clearly about the use of litmus paper. That is, how does the litmus paper works. For this, we need to take different types of solutions, that is like lemon juice, aerated drinks, common salt, sugar solutions, washing soda solution I have taken here. You can take other solutions also. You have to take different types of solutions, and you need to take red litmus paper strips as well as blue litmus paper strips, a dropper and test tubes. So first thing is that what we have to do means, you have, in case of lemon juice, first it is there what type of solution here? Test solution is lemon juice. Put a drop of lemon juice on a strip of blue litmus or red litmus paper. What do you observe here? You will see that there is a change in the color in case of only in the blue litmus paper, whereas in the case of red litmus there is no change in the color. So what is indicating there here? In this case the blue litmus changes into which color? It is changes into red litmus. We had studied that the change of blue litmus color into a red, what is indicating? There is a presence of an acidic solution. So similarly, if you will do the same activity, that you have to take a common salt solution, you have to pour it on the red litmus and blue litmus papers. What will happen in the case of common salt solution? If you pour on the red litmus as well as blue litmus paper, there is no change in color. So when there is no change in any color, what is indicating? That it is an neutral solutions. When we talk about washing soda solution, when you will pour it on the blue litmus paper, there will be no change in color. When you will talk about on the red litmus paper, when you pour it out, it will changes into blue color. It indicating that presence of basic solutions. So overall we can say clearly that in acidic solutions there will be changes into the blue litmus papers to red colors. Okay, whereas in the case of basic solutions we come to know clearly there is a change in the red litmus to blue color, and whereas in the case of red and blue color litmus there is no change. Understand? Whereas in the case of acids, where we'll see there is no change in the color. Very good. We'll see that there is no change in the color in the case of red litmus. There is a change in the color of blue to red in case of blue litmus paper. So where if you'll see that when there is no change in both the cases, that is in the acidic, that is in the red litmus paper and blue litmus paper, if it is not changing in any color, it indicates that it is a solution is neutral solutions. Overall, understand children? So same activity you have to try to do with the different solutions what you find at your day-to-day daily life. With the help of your parents you have to do this activity. Overall, what we have learned in this module children? We have learned that acids are sour in taste and the nature of such substances is to be acidic. They are classified into three types. They are organic, mineral and concentrated or dilute acids. Dilute acids contains large quantity of water and small quantity of acid in it, whereas in the case of concentrated acid contains less quantity of water and large quantity of acid in it. What do you mean by organic? We had learned it is nothing but it is obtained from the nature, whereas in the case of mineral acids they are called as an strong acid or laboratory acids. Why? Because they are made by human beings. They are obtained from minerals of the earth. Understand children? Whereas in the case of organic acid we consider as an weak acids. Now we had discussed in the case of bases. Bases are nothing but bitter in taste and slippery to touch, and the nature of such substances is said to be an basic in nature. Examples like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. The substance which are neither acidic nor basic, what do we call them? Very good. They are known as neutral substances. Can you give examples? Distilled water, glucose, as well as sugar, salt, etc. Now in some cases we cannot able to identify whether a substance is acidic or base by touching it. Why? Because they may be corrosive in nature and they may be harmful to us or poisonous. How do we identify those substances? We'll use indicators. What are indicators here? Indicators are the substances where they'll change the colors in acidic or basic medium. So we use this to identify whether a substance is acidic or basic in nature. They are classified into how many types children? As we learned, they are in of two types. What are those? Natural indicators as well as man-made indicators. In the natural indicators we had discussed clearly about litmus solution. That is, where do we get it from? It is extracted from the lichen plants. Okay, in acidic solution what will happen? This blue litmus strips changes into red color, whereas in the case of basic solution this red litmus changes into an blue color. Thank you.